I'm going to sum it up really quick. To go deeper than anything that's going on with the child support, the reason that everything has come to such a crashing halt with money and all that kind of stuff and why everything is an issue now is because at one point in my life, in one day, I had an experience where I felt the pain and everything that we've all gone through. And I don't know how to put it into words. And when I talk about meeting God or the Creator or becoming part of the universe in a complete sober state where it wasn't an intention of mine, something that I had deserved or wanted and something that was reaching out to be understood merged with me, and I understand it. And it had shaken me to the foundation where I couldn't take part in the job that I owned, the business that I owned, that was right before Memorial Day, when I experienced in the depth of my heart and soul, like the torture of animals, and I felt it, and I was living it, and I experienced it to the point where I don't want to graphically explain it to anybody. It's horrible, and we know it. So nobody else would be fascinated by it, but I experienced it, and I can't take that away. And for somebody who would say that I'm lying, they don't understand what I'm talking about, and they can't take that away from me. And if people were to tell me that I was crazy and that I didn't understand it, because it goes to the depth of the beauty of life, to the beginning of time, like I understand things that I never would have tried to understand. And that's more important to me than making sure I get money to pay people that aren't cooperating with anything. And that has nothing to do with it. I'm not trying to be rude in a personal sense to anybody, but that's just what was happening. Nobody was really cooperating with me the way they were supposed to anyway. And I was just being the nice guy who didn't, complain and nag and anything like that. It sounds sort of stupid because the situation that we're dealing with is so minute compared to the truth that I have to offer. Because since that day, that seems to be almost 4 years ago, nothing has changed except for time has seemed like it's gone by. Like that experience would have just faded away. And it hasn't. The part with the death and the slaughter of animals is just a little tiny blip of it. And it was just, I can't take part of something that is first just unhealthy for people, unhealthy for the environment, and unhealthy for animals, wrong in the first place, and just go about acting like it's fine. I just can't. Morally. So if people are going to punish me for that, I'm sorry. And then if they say, well, you got to get a different job, then I would say, and then now I look at the jobs and I say, I can't even morally do those because I have better ideas for what we should be doing with our time. And since nobody will listen, doesn't mean I'm not right, and doesn't mean that it won't be more effective and more beneficial. It just means that people are just not willing to listen or truly cooperate with somebody who really cares about helping them and society and everything else. That's my only interest. My only interest, no matter who they are, no matter where they are, my only interest is to do the right thing. And since that has happened, I don't see myself as just a human being. I see myself as every action or activity that I take part of, and anyone who's around me, I'm offering the most I can to them. And to whatever degree they want to explore, they have to come up with whatever they're looking for. I can't force anything on anybody. If they just are open and they want me to teach them something, I can pick something and go from there. But nobody is even open to meeting anybody. And they've all been being lied to, along with all the stuff that's going on in the media that I know about. I know things that I never would have thought I could have possibly known, and I can show people. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. People think I'm lying. And I'm going to get punished for it. And I don't know how anyone would handle this because I don't think I know no one has gone through my exact situation for sure. But in a spiritual level, this is something beyond storybooks, beyond anything anyone has ever heard. And I can show it to people on an everyday, all-day basis. And the hardest part to deal with is that still nobody cares. That is beyond amazing to me. It's horrible at the same time. But I'm still here. And I'm still waiting for people to want to know the truth beyond what they've heard before, because that's part of it, and that's true too. And that's just part of it. And it's only true to a certain level. It's only true to their level of belief, or to their level of know-how, or to their level of information. But it goes deeper, and I can show them. I'm not just talking from somewhere I don't know. I know because I was there. I'm it. And I want other people to know that they are too. I'm not trying to discredit anyone else, but I can show them who we all are. So therefore, there's something about me that can help everybody, and it's nothing big. It's no big deal, but it's huge at the same time. Like, I don't want anything popularity-wise of it in that way, because we're all this important. And that's my goal, is to and I myself am not being even listened to, so I'm not being treated as important. No one can say that they care about my welfare. They only care about listening to what they're told, and they cannot tell me different. And I'll say it right in front of them, and I say, how can you be thinking that you're doing the right thing when you won't even listen to what I'm saying? And they'll just shut up and shut off their mind. I don't know. And I don't understand what else to do, but I'm still here. So that's all I'm going to say.